All right, y'all boys ready, man? All right. Wait, hold up, Omari. Cut the music. Cut the music. Man, I'm sick of low-key this online stuff, man. It's getting played out, bro. I think it's time for us to get a change of scenery. I'll catch y'all boys on the other side.
Man, I'm sick of this stuff too, man. I'll catch you.
Hey, we gonna catch y'all on the flip.
All right, fellas. Like I told y'all before, we done with that online stuff. Y'all do the honors.
Finished it.
Now, Omari, you ready?
I'm ready, man.
Charles, you ready?
Let's get it.
And without further ado, man, welcome to the Check the Stats podcast in person. Yo! Hey, man.
Come on.
Say, man.
It's time.
Y'all thought I was playing?
It's time.
Come on, man.
It's time.
We said we had a surprise for y'all, and hey, we here, man. You feel me? So
All I had to say, if you needed the motherfucking facts,
check them. God,
Welcome.
stack.
You know where it is.
welcome to the home.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
check the stats, man.
We made it. We made it, man.
Yeah. I see these people in my face, man. I mean, long time coming. Over a year, but we're here, man.
Right.
First off, my boys.
Yes, sir.
Hey, it's a pleasure to be here, man.
For sure.
It is a pleasure to be here, but hey, man. A lot of money, a lot of time. We invested into this shit, man. Y'all, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. I ain't gonna hold y'all up. Let's get right into it. Episode 28. Check the stats. Let's get it.
All right, man. First topic, man. Texans versus the Cowboys recap. I'm gonna let my two boys right here handle that topic, so let's get into it.
First off, I mean, hey, I got congratulate you for giving you the beatdown, man. Here, you can toss that back to me real quick, man.
Man, where is that cap at?
Hey,
that man can put that stuff on, man.
I would be taking my game ball right now. Because first off, we own Texas. This is our shit.
Oh
You
my
understand
God.
me?
For those that don't know, the day I'll believe this, man, is the day they'll drown fish. I'm just letting y'all know right now.
Here's a ground fish.
That's come on,
Anyway,
man.
Houston Texans 34-10 win over your Dallas Cowboys, man. My overall takeaway from all this, man, real quick, short, to the point, we beat up on a bad team. I'm not going to sit here and just say that we feel any better than what we did before, but I mean, damn, it feels good to get a win every once in a while. I mean, damn, I didn't think we could do it no more. I mean, last week was just a heartbreaker. Best team in the league, in my opinion, Detroit Lions by far. And we went toe-to-toe with them. Lost in a nail-biter. We didn't have our top receiver. We didn't have our top two receivers. Man, I mean, the numbers were limited, and we still came out down 3. How much did we lose by 3?
Yeah, we lost by 3.
I mean, that's hard. That's heartbreaking. That was very heartbreaking. So coming back this week, and then shoot, I forgot we done lost to the Jets,
Yeah.
and the Jets are ass. Like
Yeah.
they just fired their GM,
And their coach about a month ago. So.
and they tried to bench their starting quarterback, and we lost to them. And what makes it even more embarrassing, they lost to Indianapolis.
Mm-hmm.
They lost to Indianapolis, and we just swept them in our division. Like that's just more disrespect. But
Crazy.
Absolutely.
I say that the Texans we came to play defensively, Derek Stingley. Hey, congratulations, my brother. We're gonna have to break the bank for you. You are a first team All Pro. That was a lockdown performance on CD Lamb.
Nah, for sure.
A lot of people, their top 3 guy, he's a top 3 receiver in the league, man. He got humbled real quick. Keep that young man in the slot. And not to say he's not a good receiver, but man, it gets serious on that outside, man. And CD got his shit strapped. 2 catches, 19 yards on Stingley. I mean, the tape speaks for itself. It was a shutout performance by the defense, man. Daniil Hunter, thank God that he came to play.
Yeah.
I mean, he's picking up as of late. He's showing why we paid him that money. It was kind of hard seeing Grenard in Minnesota.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
he balling over there too.
Exactly. So it kind of made me wonder about the bread. But I mean, he's coming through now. So I'm not complaining. Defense looked good. Joe Mixon, oh my God. he really in a good discussion. He's a top 3 back right now.
Yeah.
Nah, for sure.
I'm not gonna sit there and disrespect these other guys.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley. But after that, Joe Mixon right there. He really in discussion with the rest of them for real.
Yeah.
So
I can agree with that.
I would say 3 games he missed. I think it's 3 to 4.
Yeah.
He should really be. He would be leading the league. The amount of time we run the football.
Yeah.
And I mean, he has revitalized that Texan run game to the core. I mean, that 40-yard touchdown run, man, I'ma die screaming as loud as I can in the television, man. It was spectacular. Mm-hmm. But overall, I'm glad to see Nico back. Defense doing what it's supposed to do. All I can say is, we got an easy stretch coming up before the 3 games in 10 days.
Oh, yeah.
So we just need to take care of business now. Get Tennessee out of there. Get Jacksonville out of there. Take care of our business. Just get the 9 wins. And let the chips fall where they may in these next 3 games. And I feel real confident about that span as well.
Yeah. I don't know what I learned from the Texans outside of what I already knew. I mean, for context, we went up against a terrible team, and we treated them like a terrible team. So that's all said and done. The thing that I love, that I want to try to give flowers to, Jalen Petrie, man. This might sound controversial, and you can agree with me or disagree with me or not. It is what it is. On that defensive side of the ball, he might be the most important piece on that unit because of how versatile he is. When people say that he's a landlord in the trenches, they don't say that for no reason. Like, they say that because of the fact of how impactful he is on the box. They say that because of how many run stops he gets, how many times he fits in as if he's a linebacker, and he weighs a nickel more than me, and I'm under 200 pounds. So it's like, the way that he's flying around on that field, man, is amazing. Kamari Lassiter, we need you back because forget that. Jeff Okuda. Oh my.
Turpin was cooking him.
Oh my God, man. But Stingley, he did his thing. He done dropped like 3 picks, but he got one of them. So
he for sure should have had like 4 picks.
Absolutely.
He for sure should have had 4 picks, especially the one where he jumped over, bro, and like he had that like this.
Yeah.
APR Pro, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks in a sense because we got to pay him more money than what we were going to initially have to pay him. So that's going to break our pockets for sure. But
hey, for a player like that, it's worth it. And he young too, so he gonna be on the roster doing elite level things for a while. Unsung hero Henry To'oTo'o. I told you about him in the beginning of the season when Christian Harris was gone. He was like, "Who gonna step up in the other linebacker?" I said, "I got faith in bro," and he been doing his thing for sure.
To defense, I don't think it's more of a him thing. I think Devin White came in 1 week and he looked just at home. Like, he's playing good as well.
Fair enough.
I think it's more of a how D'Amico, his system, how he's coaching them. I feel like that's more of the impact than the actual players because even last year, I thought it was, some sort of a weakness, but it wasn't the pure weakness of our team. Like, this year, it's like we had Hewitt in and Jake Hansen against the Packers.
Yeah.
And I mean, we gave up our runs here and there, but that was a good team. So obviously, you're not going to play no clean, perfect game. So I couldn't just sit there and say like Henry To'oTo'o having a breakout year. Is he playing good? Of course. But I think D'Amico's doing his thing with the linebackers. I think it's more coaching than it is actual players because, Devin White, he got cut from the Eagles. That was sucking on defense in the beginning of the year. Now all of a sudden he on the Texans thriving. I just think D'Amico just know how to coach him.
I think the thing about it too, though, to defend To'oTo'o is like, for all the great linebacker play that we've had, for you to kind of thrive in that role more than the likes of everybody else on that roster outside of what we normally see from Christian Harris and To'oTo'o, not To'oTo'o, but Al-Shaair, I think that speaks volumes. So I want to give him his props for sure. On the offensive side of the ball, I'm still worrisome about that second half offense because while we did finally break that streak, man, it was in garbage time. And it didn't really amount to much other than a continuation of a beatdown that we was already giving them boys up north. So that's definitely got to improve. But I thought CJ, outside of the 1 pick, played fairly okay. Nico Collins, first touch to the crib. I wish it would have counted.
That
but
was insane.
Parlay money could have been had.
Parlay money could have been made, but
I turned on the TV Boy, he already taking that mug to the crib. I'm like, damn.
And he's not a
like,
top 3 receiver.
Man.
Nah, we gotta throw him up there.
We gotta have some
put him
respect
up
on
there.
Nico Collins'
We
name.
gotta
Man.
put
That
him-
is the most. Hey, it's too disrespectful for a 225 guy to be playing like that. He's dynamic on 3 levels of the field, man.
He said he 225.
Yeah,
His weight.
He would. Damn. Ain't he like 6'6" too?
6'4".
6'4". Damn.
He's just a man.
That's everything you need in a receiver, pretty much.
Put it like this: he make the other men on the field look like boys.
Yeah, nah, for sure he do.
And now he's back in his rightful place as wide receiver 1 on the Texans, man. It's a fantastic feeling, man. I can't wait. I cannot wait for this stretch of Nico Collins football, man.
Absolutely.
He gonna top 5. He gonna be top 5 receiver guy by the end of the year. Just saying.
For sure.
Nah, for sure. All right, man. On to the next topic, man. We got NFL contenders or pretenders. So our first team that we got are the Chiefs, or the Kansas City Chiefs, man. So what do y'all think, man? Contenders or pretenders for the Chiefs? I gotta go contenders, man. I gotta go. They're a little iffy. They look a little shaky. I don't know. Pat not playing. Pat don't look like Pat this year at all. He doesn't. But some way they still find ways to like win by a hair or like skate by. You know what I'm saying? So it's really crazy that they 9-1 right now.
Yeah.
9-1. Shout out to the Bills. Y'all made me a Bills fan. Yes, bro. Thank y'all for beating them. But it's just something about the Chiefs that I don't know. They keep winning. Like it's insane. But y'all would.
The fact that they've been getting the worst stretch of Mahomes' play in his career, and they're only one loss on the season is to debatably the second best team in that conference. That speaks volumes. So their defense has been legit. Their offense sluggish, but they still find ways to get it done. They got the best coach in the league currently. So we gotta kind of keep them in that contender role.
I mean, I guess I'll say contender too. I mean, as much as I do want to be different and say they're pretenders because they haven't looked good all year. I mean, the Chiefs, they showed it last year where you don't look good throughout the whole damn season. Yeah. And then you come around when it's around week 15 and on up, and all of a sudden they playing in February.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's the only team, I mean, absolutely the only team that could be playing the worst span of football throughout the whole season. And I still give them that. I'm like, okay, like, until I see y'all fourth quarter with zeros on the clock and y'all are losing, never ever. That's never ever. And I promise, the moment you say they pretenders, guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna jinx another 2P, and they gonna be 4P Super Bowl champs. So it's like, it really like how it was with the Warriors. Like you damn like, it was so damn annoying, but it was just like you can't do shit to stop it.
Nothing about it for real.
Nah, facts.
Nah, but on to the next team, man. We got the Buffalo Bills.
Pretenders. I think pretenders. I think I'm not sold. Like, I don't believe you can go into the playoff with those caliber weapons and win. Now the defense is solid. I mean, the Houston Texans, what we did to them was criminal. Josh Allen had a horrendous game. I mean, absolutely atrocious game. And somehow he had a way to win at the end. I mean, I'm saying you're not going to run into another Houston Texans team in the playoffs that's not going to be able to execute down the stretch that the way that we did that game. Yeah. Nico Collins got hurt first quarter. We forgot what offense was.
Yeah.
We thought we were playing defense for the other team trying to prevent us from scoring. That's how bad our offense was. Yeah. So, Buffalo, you beat the Chiefs, but like, 9-0 is 9-0, but they wasn't playing good football. Like, they were really just, a lot of it was luck. I mean, blocking a field goal kick at the end of the game, like, how often is that? That's just Kansas City black magic luck. No. That's not normal. That's not normal.
True.
I mean, they beat Lamar and the Ravens by a toe tap. Like, if Isaiah Likely's foot was here instead of here, they would have tied the game. I mean, it's been a lot of scenarios where the Chiefs really should have lost. They wasn't playing their best football. They just so happened to get beat. So, I think the Bills are pretenders. And that's, going out on a limb. I feel like they might lose their very first playoff game if they don't get the bye. I think Buffalo got a few more losses on their schedule, so I'm not confident in them whatsoever.
I'm not the biggest champion for Buffalo, but I think that for them to be in this position as one of the best teams in the AFC, I think that they are some contenders. Now, I'm not going to sit up here and act as if they're world beaters by the stretch of the imagination. But when you got a guy like Josh Allen who's been balling out better than he ever has up to this point in his career, when you got an offensive line that's been looking as dominant as ever for the most part up until they went up against the likes of us in Baltimore, when you got a coaching staff that seems like they know what they are doing in better ways that they haven't done in the past, I think that they got a chance of actually knocking on that doorstep in ways that they haven't before. So I think that they're contenders.
Yeah, I can agree as well. I feel like they are contenders as well. You know what I'm saying? Even with, they don't have that many weapons on the offensive side of the ball and everything like that. They're improving, but, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's getting better. Like, Keon Coleman, he's showing a lot of improvement. You know, that whole receiver core is showing improvement as well. But, I mean, I feel like what keeps them in the games really is like that defense, man. Like, that defense is actually pretty damn good this year. So, like, I don't know about them, going to the Super Bowl or anything like that. But, like, I feel like they can make, like, a solid run in the playoffs, So, yeah, I can put them in that contender tier. But on to the next team, man. The Commanders, the Washington Commanders. What we got?
They said the biggest pretenders. They might be the biggest pretenders on this list, man. Yeah. I mean, check the stats. You're on the right show. They lost to every good team you damn played.
Yeah.
They lost to every good team they lost to the Eagles. They lost to the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
I think they lost to Tampa Bay, but Tampa Bay is mid. And then they lost to, who was that last team that Washington lost to?
I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Not off the top of my head. But the last team Washington lost to was a good team as well, I believe so.
Yeah. Then their offense has regressed as well. They messed around and had their...
They lost to the Steelers.
Yeah, they did lose to the Steelers.
Bro, that's another team.
They lost to the Steelers, but they're pretending.
But we're going to get to them.
Jaden Daniels, I mean, he kind of unraveled. It looked like when everybody gave him his praises a little too early. I mean, it's a rookie. Kind of got to grade him on a different curve than you would other people, but pretenders in my book.
Yeah, I got to agree with that. Pretenders. I mean, their offense has been struggling as of late. And when you are a good team that can't beat other good teams, I mean, at best case scenario, you just whoop up upon a bunch of, like, little boys as far as, like, the type of caliber teams that you're playing. So until they actually showcase that they're able to take on top-tier talent and be successful, we can't give them the benefit of the doubt yet.
Nah, for sure. I got to go with pretenders. Like Charles just said, man, you got to beat the big boys to, be considered like a contender in that tier. But on to the next topic, man. The Texans, contenders or pretenders?
Right now, I say pretenders. I mean, we haven't looked good all season long. It doesn't look as expected. The rosters is one thing, but the play is another. CJ, he hasn't played up to his rookie year standards.
Yeah.
But obviously, he was a top 3 quarterback when in that time frame. I mean, has he regressed a little bit? I would say no. I would say it's more the fact that he doesn't have clean pockets, can't get the ball out on time. So when he does have a clean pocket, in a sense, he's always kind of like, he's still in the same mindset of, damn, let me get it out. Like, I feel uncomfortable. So some of his passes are inaccurate. But the defense coming to play in the AFC, if you have a defense, you have a chance. So I think the Texans are pretenders if they can clean up the offense just a little bit. They don't have to be elite, but they have to clean up just a little bit.
It's kind of hard for me to answer that question. But for now, I got to say pretenders by taking out the bias. I mean, the defense is elite. It's ready to win a championship. It's ready to win a championship right now.
Yeah, for sure.
The offense is what's been holding us back, and that's the last thing I would have expected. Like, with all the talent we have on the receiving core, the running game, the level of quarterback we had, and the amount of money we invested into that O-line, for it to not click the way we wanted to, I'm not expecting us to drop 4 or 5 touchdowns a game, but when we struggling to score in the second half,
we have to score a touchdown in the second half. God damn,
I mean, being 7-4 is nothing to sneeze at this moment in time of the season. But for us to lose the way that we do in the fashions that we do, losing to the best team in the NFL, the Lions, by a field goal because we didn't score in the second half, losing to the Jets of all people, losing to the Vikings in the manner that we did, and then losing to the Packers with our offense inept in the red zone is like, I gotta hold back the contender talk, at least for now.
With the Texans, man, I like that team. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta put them in that pretender category as of right now, man. It's just honestly, I feel like CJ, he's doing what he can. You know what I'm saying? But it's really just the old line that's collapsing. It's causing all the trouble. Like, bro, like first play of the game when Nico scored, Laramie Tunsil, bro. They called the touchdown back because
Illegal man down the field.
Yeah.
illegal man down the field and anything like that. And that happens like a lot. I feel like every time y'all make a play, a legal man down the field, or it's like holding. Like, it's just something, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and he's gotten a lot of those this year. But that defense, hey, that defense real, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's a top 3 defense in the league, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we just seeing how they just handled the Cowboys single-handedly, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, as of right now, they are pretenders in my book until they get that offense together. And that offense does have some firepower. Like, we can't sleep on John Mitchell. We can't sleep on, damn, what's your other receiver name?
Nico, Xavier,
Nico,
Tank Dale.
Xavier Hutchinson, like Tank, and the other guy, Robert Woods. Yeah, we can't sleep on them guys because they make plays. They really do make plays.
Who?
They like all the receivers.
Robert Woods, he can catch a fair catch. He ain't no damn play.
Look, man, he'll get out there. You know what I'm saying? And do a little something. I didn't see him do a little something, but as of right now, I got them as pretenders. But on to the next topic, man. Not on to. I'm fucking sold.
Hey, you good? Hey, you good, man?
All right, on to the next team, man. We got the Eagles.
I think they legit contended more the fact that they learned their identity, run the ball. You have one of the best running backs, if not the best running back in the league, Saquon Barkley, man. I mean, I think that makes them contenders. Jalen Carter finally playing into that billing, that name, that number 1 pick he was supposed to be in his draft class, man. That defense is coming alive. That defensive line is doing their job. And the offense is slowly but surely clicking. Jalen Hurts, comfortable back there with, I mean, that's probably the best wide receiver tandem in the league outside Jamar T. Higgins, man. And then you got a tight end as well. I mean, that team is stacked. My boy Nice over there, shout out Nice, man. Keep going crazy. But Philly's contenders. I feel that makes them north in the NFC for sure.
Outside of the Lions, they look like the scariest team in that conference. Do I trust Nick Sirianni? I don't, because of his coaching decisions in the past. But, I mean, I got more than enough faith in Saquon Barkley to continue to do superhuman things without having to worry about carrying the load of a team like he did back in New York. Jalen Hurts has improved his play from last year. The offensive line, while it's not the same caliber, is still pretty damn good for the circumstances.
Majority niggas, man.
That's what I'm saying.
They would die for a line like that.
I think just for the standpoint of what we looked at them in the past with Jason Kelce and all these guys, it's like they're not up to their standard, but they're pretty damn good. The defense has been improving on a week-by-week basis. The DB play has been one of the biggest weaknesses from them over the past season, and with what Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean have been able to do, it's been impressive. I can't even sit up here and lie to you. Yeah. Blankenship too. Them boys have been balling. They got to be contenders.
Yeah, I got them boys as contenders as well. That's one of the best teams out the NFC. Like, the way they've been playing, pretty damn good, you know what I'm saying? Especially with that receiver core. Man, they looking real damn nice. But on to the next team, man. The Cardinals, Arizona. Ooh, that's a sleeper team right there. That's like that's a dark
sleeper
horse.
For what?
They're like a dark horse. Like they nice. They actually solid.
Yeah, they solid for sure. They scrappy as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, they scrappy as in going home. Yeah, I mean, first round exit for me if they win the division. I mean, I'm not really the biggest. I like Arizona. Like, I think it's a cool story, but I don't feel like you're winning in the playoffs.
No, I ain't say that.
I would say pretender, but a friendly pretender. Like, you already exceeded your expectation.
Yeah.
You wasn't expected to make it this far, but you did. So good. Maserati Marr, man, very impressive. I like Maserati Marr. I like Trey McBride. Trey McBride he's one of them one. Mm-hmm. James Conner, I mean, I didn't know. Hey, my bad, 6'1", 240, and you dual threat.
He a tank.
Yeah.
He a tank.
Receiving game as well. He getting to it. I mean, bet on him every week, man. CDS pitch coming real soon. Gonna get you that money on real quick. Hey, bet his receiving yards every week. I promise you they'll hit it. But They're not they're not contenders. They're pretenders in my book. I feel like they have another year. Let's see what they do in the draft.
Yeah.
See what they do in free agency. But I like them. A nice pretender. Not disrespectful.
It's not being disrespectful for saying that they're pretenders.
Oh no.
Because
some of the teams I'm saying are like pretenders. Like it's most definitely disrespectful.
Oh yeah.
Like,
But for the Cardinals,
it's disrespect.
no, I'm on the same type of time you on. But to clarify. But nah, for the Cardinals, they definitely overexceeded expectations. They came out of nowhere. They're contenders for sure in holding that top spot in that NFC West because that Wild West is real. The amount of turmoil and parity that's been going on, that division has not done anything that we had predicted it to be. I love the resurgence that I'm getting from Kyler Murray post-injury. I mean, he was looking dangerous when he came up off of it last year, and I was scared to death when they was playing the Texans in NRG. But this year, he's taking his play to another level, kind of reminding the world of who he is. But with that being said, I mean, the level of caliber teams that you're going to have to play just in your conference alone to get to that NFC Championship, let alone a trip to Super Bowl, that Lombardi trophy on the line, they just not ready. So for now, they're pretenders.
For sure.
Yeah, I can put them in that pretender role as well. Yes, they're a sleeper team. They're one of the very good sleeper teams. But I don't see them like going to the Super Bowl, making like a deep run in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell yeah, they look good. You know what I mean? Like Kyler Murray's playing very good football this year.
And then on top of that, they took care of business on that Monday night.
Oh, thank you.
Hey,
Thank you.
Well, we needed that one for shit show.
Thank you.
Hey, I was turned there.
Against who?
I mean, who else they played Monday night? What the hell?
I thought you was talking about. I thought you was being funny. Nah.
I'm talking about the damn Chargers. I said shit.
Bro.
That's the only thing they played Monday night.
Hey, look, check me out. We could not stop James Conner. That man is a beast. Like,
Hey, y'all couldn't stop Kyler either on that scramble.
Man.
that was one scramble. He didn't even throw that many yards on this. Like,
Hey,
he didn't play all that well.
Hey, what's the saying? You don't got to do a lot. You just got to do enough.
Hey, oh
But
God.
check me out. You look at other teams though. He throwing pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So he couldn't do that on us. We didn't give him no time. We was getting to him. You know what I'm saying?
They just
It was
get time to kick
offense.
that field goal, win the game.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
All is fair
You know
in
what I'm saying?
wins and losses.
Oh, it's a loss.
That's what I'm saying. Wins, losses. You feel me? But on to the next team, man. The Green Bay Packers.
Pretending, man.
They did
Pretending.
that. So
I mean, even when they beat us, I'm not even just like they beat us on some like we was just like way like we couldn't block a soul. CJ threw for under 100 yards. I mean, that game right there gave them no credibility in my eyes. They could do all that talking, woo to woo. No quarterback in the NFL. Your team would never have a chance if you don't have a second to even he couldn't even look at a defense for 1 second, watch it unravel because that line getting killed. Like, we're going to have some film for that too. I mean, that's ridiculous. I mean, no quarterback, no NFL quarterback. You could be the most talented quarterback. You can't function in that type of environment. So, and the fact that they only won by 2 points just kind of speaks to the level of team they are. You see what happened when they played a team with a solid O-line?
Now forget that. Did you
beat that ass?
Did you see what they did to another common opponent we have? Chicago? I mean, granted, we ain't looked the best against the Bears this season, but oh my goodness.
Skin.
The skin of their teeth.
Trash.
Man.
Hey, pretenders. All that talking y'all doing, y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna be just like them Cowboys. Go to the playoffs and one and done.
I think the biggest issue for the Packers is not just their inconsistency, but just the level of play that they're getting at quarterback. You want to talk about CDS picks. Jordan Love is guaranteed an interception in every game. I'm just letting it be known.
Hey, I thought it was 1.5 touchdown. God damn it, I'm wrong.
He threw one early in the game. I'm like, oh, he good.
But I will say this.
Ty. Threw another one.
But he he will get them points on the board. Like, he will score, but he gonna give the defense plenty of opportunities for us to win that game when we played them. And granted, I ain't saying this because of being a sore loser, but I thought that we was gonna have to capitalize on the turnovers he was gonna give us, because I thought he was gonna throw at least one, and he gave us 3 of them things. So if he can't pick it up as far as like limiting the interceptions that he's throwing with the boneheaded decisions he's been making, man, it's looking like an early exit for the Packers.
They're gonna be the Cowboys last year.
Yeah, I got the Packers as pretenders for sure, man. It hasn't been looking too good over there.
Wait, what?
It hasn't been looking. The Packers?
Oh, they said they ass.
Nah, I ain't saying it was ass. Nah, they straight, bro. It's just like they're not consistent. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like I expected better from Jordan Love. You feel me? Like, he's not playing horrible, but he's not playing like how we know he should be playing. If that makes sense,
right?
Yeah, like
he's Brad Favre. What do you expect?
Yeah, with the Packers, man, I gotta put them as pretenders for sure. I mean, it's just been inconsistent play over there. Like, it hasn't been looking too good. They're not a bad team, but they're not where they should be. You know, so I gotta put them as pretenders. On to the next team, man. The Pittsburgh Steelers. What do y'all have them as? Contenders or pretenders? What y'all thinking?
That's probably the trickiest one.
I'm gonna say
for real. All I'm gonna say is that defense over there is real.
Yeah.
Contenders for me. I think just you can win. You can win with that level of defense. That is an elite level of defense on all 3 levels.
Mm-hmm.
The offense, they have that like it's not the most explosive, not the best, but it's a winning style of offense. Like, you're not just relying on the pass. You can still ground and pound it, and when that's not working, you have a quarterback and a receiver combo and George Pickens and Russell Wilson that give you any chance in the game with a 50-50 ball. If he's not being double covered, I trust George Pickens and I do your top corner.
Yeah.
And George Pickens is really emerging himself as a top, I don't want to sound too crazy, top 7, top 8-ish range receiver. I feel like he's able to show more of his skill set this year with Russell Wilson being his quarterback outside of Justin Fields, Mitchell Trubisky, Kenny Pickett.
Yeah.
What's his
Mason Rudolph.
I mean,
yeah, he hasn't had the right quarterback play for real.
He having the early bird special on the Andre Hopkins train.
Yeah.
No solid quarterback play. He's going hopping around from backup to backup to backup to back. He just so got lucky and got stuck on the on the best backup he had. Because what was Russell Wilson last year for the second half of the season after they said we don't want you to get hurt? The goddamn backup. So it's like Russell Wilson came, rejuvenated his career for sure. He's gonna get him a second contract in Pittsburgh. I like the way they're playing. Defense, that may be top 2.
It may not be number 2.
It may not. Yeah, them boys. That's something serious over there. Like Cam Hayward and T.J. Watt alone is just like terrorizing these quarterbacks. It's just like
yes.
Addition of Preston Smith.
That's a dog. Oh my goodness. It's crazy.
I don't know. You sound a little hungry over there.
Chill, bro.
God damn it!
I keep thinking of how they hurt Justin Herbert, bro. I'm like,
what you trying to do? Get your leg back?
I'm like, damn. Nah, it's just like that's when I knew like, okay, that defense is just like that. They like
young.
I know. Nah, it's just like that defense is some serious over there.
Nah,
it's tricky with them, bro.
Oh yeah, it is tricky. I mean, they won a game with scoring nothing but field goals, and they did that twice. Like, for that to happen, your defense has to be on a level that we haven't seen before in a minute. And it's not like the offense isn't.
In a minute.
But it's not like their offense isn't capable of scoring points as well. I mean, we've seen them light up certain teams. Granted, they're inferior, but when they play superior teams, they show up. Russ has done his thing. George Pickens has done his thing. Hell, I'll even show some love to Najee Harris. I think the Steelers are contenders. They might be the worst of the elite teams, but I would classify them as elite for sure.
Yeah, them being 8-2, I did not expect that, bro. Like that.
Nobody should have.
Man,
hell no.
That's crazy, you know. Like that defense is a real threat and a lifesaver for them, you know what I'm saying? And like, hell, shout out to that kicker.
Chris Boswell making a lot of people money, man.
Boy, what? Like they won. They beat the Ravens off of field goals, bro. Like that's crazy. Like, but that defense is superior, and I gotta make them like they're like the least contenders. Like they're not like a super spooky like contender. You know what I'm saying? They're not somebody like, oh yeah, like them boys. They like a.
They making noise.
Yeah.
I put it like this: if they end up getting the number 1 seed, it might get spooky if they try to go to play them in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that would be a home field advantage for sure.
Yeah.
Not for sure. But on to the next team, man. The Los Angeles Chargers.
God damn Pretenders. I've been waiting for it, baby.
Let's
Pretenders.
be serious. Let's be
Pretenders,
serious.
man. I mean, defense is good. I don't know what people talk about elite. Like, who the hell are they playing? Like, let's keep it a bean. They just played Joe Burrow. Great offense, horrific defense. But outside the lights of them, and before we knew Arizona was good, which it was a bad game, by the way. Let's be honest. That was a bad game. That's why they was on ESPN Plus. They wasn't on regular ESPN. They flexed in the Plus. But goddamn, who the hell have they played? Let's go on their schedule. Let's look at the teams that they done played.
I mean, the Broncos.
Titans, Browns, Saints with backup quarterback.
Yeah.
Broncos when Bo Nix wasn't getting his shit right. The Carolina Panthers with Bryce Young playing like boo-boo. The Raiders with Gardner Minshew. I mean, look at the team they lost to. The Steelers, 8-2.
Right.
The Chiefs,
And they barely beat us.
9-1.
But these are teams that barely beat my team, though.
Damn.
Like this is the Cardinals 6-4. I mean, every team they lost to are contenders. Every team they lost to are serious. And every team that they beaten, shit, they all trying to go get the same guys. Cam Ward,
Travis Hunter.
or Travis Hunter, or Shador Sanders. They trying to get one of them guys.
Right.
So the Chargers, great improvement. I mean, the hardball effect is real. They brought in the OC from Greg Roman, run first mentality, rely on your defense, take a lot off Justin Herbert's play. Justin Herbert became a way better runner this year. They was able to unlock that next element of his game, which is utilizing his legs. But you're not going anywhere with those caliber of weapons with Ladd McConkey, first-year rookie, Quentin Johnson. I mean, he's at best your third best receiver on a real deal championship team. I mean, you're throwing the Will Desley. Like, give me a fucking break. Like, Will Desley? Are we serious?
You making
like,
it happen.
Hey, bring him to Houston. First round wild card, I promise you. We'll make it happen to him. The linebackers, we'll get real right with them. But they're goddamn pretenders. The schedule speaks for itself. If you don't believe me, wait till Sunday night.
I think the defense is pretty good statistically, and the offense has showcased some signs of life. But outside of my bias against the Chargers, since I bet on Justin Herbert getting 200 yards and he couldn't even get past 150, we ain't gonna speak on that.
Man.
But on some real stuff, I mean, I think it's a great story. Was it John Harbaugh?
Yeah.
It's Jim. Okay.
Harbaugh.
Yeah, Jim Harbaugh for the Ravens.
Yeah.
John Harbaugh has been doing his thing for sure. And he's turned that team around. It's not necessarily a dumpster fire over there before he got there, but it wasn't the best place in the world for sure. But even with the resurgence of Justin Herbert kind of reminding some people who he is and what you're getting from that defensive side of the ball, and on the running back side of the ball as well, because J.K. Dobbins has resurged his career as well. I got to give props out to him.
Right.
I don't think that they're contenders for sure at all.
Yeah, they are.
Nah.
Okay. My turn. It's a little tricky because with my squad, I mean, hell yeah, we've been looking pretty damn good. Finally, we opened up the field with throwing the ball. I mean, relying on JK wasn't going to help us, honestly. Like, get granted, JK's having a hell of a year, you know what I'm saying? He's been doing his thing. I'm glad to see that he is doing it because I feel like he's one of those forgotten backs, you know what I'm saying, in the league that, okay, like, yeah, we know, like, he was nice, you know what I'm saying? So I'm glad he's, like, had that resurgence for himself. Man, emerging Quentin Johnson, like, everybody was talking so, bro, it was bad for him, bro. It was real bad for QJ, man. I'm glad to see that he has had one hell of an improvement. Like, he has to get most improved player of the year. At least one of he got to get something. You know what I'm saying? Like
shit for the team. No, we ain't talking about no league shit.
I mean, league.
No,
Wow, he could be up there though.
What?
For most improved?
What?
One of the most. Come on.
Maybe in the eyes of social media.
Like, what I talking about that booger sugar, man?
Look, man. I ain't, no, this ain't even no bias, but
This dude.
I feel like
22 catches, 352, 6 to.
yeah. That's better than what he did last year. But like he ain't having like a skyrocket like.
We talking about real deal improvement. I mean that is real for him, but
yeah, but he's had a hell of an improvement this year. Justin Herbert, he's looking a lot better. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gave him an O-line. Now all y'all got to do is give him some more weapons. Yes, we're getting it done with. I'm not gonna say mediocre play, but we getting it done with, you know what I'm saying, Ladd McConkey, who is
mid.
What? Who is nice as fuck, by the way. Like he great route runner, fast catch, and he low key strong too. So like
he ain't catching on Sunday.
Bro, why is he his own dick? Like
they said
like,
30, and he dropped it.
Yeah, he caught 2 big plays like after that. But yes, he did drop some, like what, 2 passes, I think. He dropped 2 passes, yeah. But after that he made up for it anyways. But I felt like, you know what I'm saying, that game with the Bengals, that really like that was scary, I ain't gonna lie. That pissed me off, you know what I'm saying? Like offense gotta get together. Like Justin Herbert putting the ball on the money. You feel me? Y'all gotta like make the plays and just catch it. You know what I'm saying? That's all it really is. Like I feel like the Bengals, we got comfortable, bro.
Right, first, I know contenders are pretenders, man. God damn it.
The passion, the fire in his voice.
I was gonna get to it, damn.
No, we right here right now. Contenders are pretenders.
I'm gonna say they're contenders right now, no bias. But I feel like, well, hold on, hear me out. Like our next few games, I feel
Charles,
like that's
put your hand on this nigga's shoulder, man.
Oh, y'all niggas contenders?
Put your hand on his shoulder.
Come on.
Hey,
let us pray for this brother.
Pat me that pillow, man.
We got the Texans fans.
Charles, pat me that
shield. They
shield.
contenders. Oh, they said they contenders, but come on. Like, come on now, bro. Like,
man, put your hand on his shoulder.
We got them talking.
Put your hand on him up.
No, look. You know the difference between.
Hey. Put your hand
What's
on
the
his.
difference?
Listen.
Wait. Put your hand on his shoulder, man.
Y'all
bow your head.
They're in the same.
Bow your damn head.
Put your hand on my side. Y'all niggas is okay. Y'all are.
No, listen. But okay, even if we are in the same predicament as y'all, we're honest. We know we're not contenders right now. What's the difference? If we're in the same position as y'all.
Look at him.
I mean, that's my honest opinion. It look better than y'all's, and it does.
So how are y'all in the same position as us?
I ain't gonna say mid receiver. We're getting it done with like first years, second years. We're getting it done with old man Will. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but yeah, I gotta say we pretended. Well.
Check the stats, man. Check the stats.
Nah, I really feel like these next games is really gonna show if we contenders. This Ravens game specifically, and this Chiefs game, like,
okay,
I feel like that's gonna show whether we're contenders or pretenders. You know
all right, if they humble me, I got you.
Like, we gonna see.
We gonna see.
So, in my eyes, right now, they're contenders. But these next games, we got a tough schedule. You know what I'm saying? Like. That's really gonna show if we contenders or not. So yeah, that's my take on that.
That's fair.
On to the next team, the Seahawks, man.
Pretenders.
We ain't even gotta waste time on it. we ain't gotta waste time on it.
Serious.
They so volatile, it don't make sense.
On this team, man. So the 49ers, pretenders.
It don't matter. I mean, it just don't look good. It don't look good.
It ain't just the injuries. I mean, they haven't looked good on the offensive side of the ball.
Reduced quarterback play, Brock Purdy, man.
And you're getting sustainable.
You don't think he's been getting it done this year?
They're 5-5.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, sure. I'm glad somebody looked at it too.
You know what? I ain't even watched them just play like that, but
Yeah, you gotta check the stats before you do it.
But they get sustained running back play from Jordan Mason,
Yeah.
which we thought that they wouldn't even get with the subtraction of C-Mac for the first half of the year, and they still they're in last place of the NFC West right now. So
That shit crazy.
now their division is jam packed, so they definitely have room for improvement. But I think they've lost to every single team that they've played in that division already. So like they're 1-3.
And they're not gonna have no chance at the wild card either.
Yeah, so it's either win out or bust.
And we know that they ain't winning out. I know they got another one against Seattle. No, they played Seattle already.
They got another one against LA
Arizona.
and Arizona. So they pretenders.
Yeah, for sure, pretenders. The Vikings.
Pretenders. I don't trust Sam Darnold at all, especially a serious playoff football moment. Him, I like my chances. I'm defense is real. Brian Flores is a hell of a defensive coordinator. Brian, what's his name? Kevin O'Connell, hell of a OC, hell of a head coach because he's a damn OC as well. He's called all the offensive plays. The OC is just OC in title. He's calling the damn plays. But Sam Darnold. Yeah, Sam Darnold. I'm not a believer in him whatsoever. You're not gonna go far with him. He's gonna show you why he's a backup. Pretender.
I want to say pretender because I don't trust Sam Darnold, but I trust Kevin O'Connell. I mean, like that level of coaching that he's been doing. I mean, he made Kirk Cousins look like an MVP candidate on multiple times. That running game is not the greatest, but it's sustainable with Aaron Jones. You got one of the best receivers no, my fault. You got the best receiver in the NFL.
Bro, come on, man. We starting already.
Bro. I'm
not gonna get to it because we on the schedule.
You're right.
Hell, he's the best receiver.
Hey, we
the stats prove it. I checked the stats. God damn it.
Okay.
I got
one thing about it. Numbers don't lie, but numbers aren't everything. Context is too. But
okay, Jabbar check, but you know what I'm not.
We gonna get there when we get there. But
Best in the world.
but no, I think the Vikings. I think are contenders for them to essentially have a case for being the second best team in the NFC, for them to have a chance to realistically get a first round bye, and for them to go toe to toe with the Lions and look as good as they did, even in a loss.
And that's the best team in the league.
That's the best team in the league. Like the Lions are 9-1, and they're not even in firm control of the division unless they control their own destiny. Like if they slip up, the Vikings are like right there. So like just off of that alone, I got it. Like they're the team that I thought was gonna be the worst, not in the NFC, but the worst in that division. For them to shock me this much, they made me eat my words. So I got to give them that label.
No, for sure. I gotta put them in that contender tier for sure. You know what I'm saying? They've been getting it done this year, man. Like defensively, they look pretty damn good as well. Like it's shocking to like see them be that good on defense. You know what I'm saying? And even with Sam Darnold at the helm, like he's got it done. But I gotta put them in that contender tier as of right now. But on to the next topic, man. Moving on to that NBA, man. Way too early NBA final predictions, man. So who y'all got coming in?
It's so damn annoying because like you don't want to just seem like he's just a broken record of what everybody else is saying, but I mean the Celtics are just fake. That's just a fake ass 99 3-point shooting team on fucking 2K. I mean, what I seen last night against the Cavs, man, it was no better defense you could have played in that first half. And they're making anything that touches your hand.
Yeah.
I mean, my God. I mean, let me just take a second. Darius Garland, God damn it, you stink. You are a fucking terrorist a part of that team. And Kenny Atkinson, the head coach of that team, man, shame on you. Because there's no way in hell you went down the stretch with a guy that's 2 for 23.
That's insane.
Yeah.
All they did was, bro. Every
He's
time.
a damn solid guard too.
Man, he was barbecue chicken for anybody who wanted to turn with him. I mean, whoever was their guard is starting 6'5".
Yeah.
Damn.
They 6'5". Jaylen Brown is 6'6". Jason Tatum 6'9". And then you got Al Horford at 6'9". I mean,
There's nobody for
him
him to guard. There's no one in the guard.
And everybody is offensively skilled that can shoot the ball. So you can't just throw him on Derek White. Because Derek White going to fuck around and give him 20.
You can't hide him.
Offense, I mean, he just didn't have it going. Shot making wasn't there. Missing easy floaters. I mean, he was a detriment to that game. At the end, if the head coach couldn't learn anything else, look at what what's his name? Charles Lee. Oh man, don't get me started on him. Charlotte Hornets head coach. Benched LaMelo Ball last night. I had U.S. currency on this man. And he benched him. Played 21 minutes.
That's crazy.
It's tough.
So you saying that it's not possible for you to bench a starter for the detriment of your team? I mean, your 15-0 record was on the line, and they said we can't bench him. He's a starter. He has to play. When I tell you Jordan Niang was in there playing his ass off, Craig Porter Jr., he was playing his ass off last night, man. I mean, that Cavs team, it's really dangerous because they were missing their 2, 3, and D guys with LeVert and Okoro, and they was hooping like that. I mean, Tatum, yeah, he making me eat my words, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
His shot from 3 looking crazy. It looking crazy.
Speak. You preaching to the choir.
He still got to do it in the playoffs. I'm not gonna sit
Fair
there.
enough. Fair enough. All right.
I mean, he looks nice. I ain't gonna sit there and then disrespect the man. Shoot, that's one thing I can always say. There's never no bias against me and any type of player. I'm a realist. If you look good, I'm gonna say, hey, your game is like Tatum shooting the ball at an extremely high clip.
Yeah.
Extremely high clip. But I would say the Celtics, I ain't gonna lie. The Warriors, I just feel it. I feel it. I don't know why. I don't trust OKC. Even if they have full strength, I have to re-see it again. I just don't fully trust it. I don't know. Golden State kind of give me those vibes of like, you sleep on me. It might not be the powerhouse, but we got something going. Buddy Hield, he kind of taking over that Klay Thompson role in a sense, coming off the bench. Jonathan Kuminga coming off the bench in the proper perspective. I mean, they have depth. They have every piece that you need to be a championship level team. So, I mean, the injury to DeAnthony Melton, I mean, that hurt. He out for the season. But Golden State and Boston might be a run back from 2022. I kind of feel it. I don't know.
Man, Boston, they just put the whole league on notice from the jump. I mean, first game when everybody was hot and high on the Knicks, who haven't looked, well, they haven't performed up to standards in hindsight, but from what we've seen from the Celtics in opening night, what was supposed to be a big marquee game, they tied the record for the most made threes in NBA history.
That wasn't.
And the only reason they didn't break it is because they missed double digits in a row. Like, that is crazy. They're chucking up over 50 threes a game, and that's routine for them. Like, it's not like that's just all off of open. No, they're generating those looks. Like, that's built into their offense. Jason Tatum is on a tear. He's on a mission to kind of prove himself to, I guess, the public view, especially with how he's been scapegoated as this role player, especially with the caliber player he is. On the offensive side of the ball, they're so dynamic, and on the defensive side, they're so dangerous. I mean, they could basically switch anything and have multiple opportunities for success, generating offense with their level of defense. I don't think there's a team on the Eastern Conference that could touch them. If Golden State can get this level of play that they've gotten from Buddy Hield for the duration of the season, then I'm with you. But I don't trust it because we've seen Buddy have these heaters throughout majority of his career. Like, I've seen it multiple times when he was in Indiana. Like, they would take him out the games because he's a defensive liability and only put him in because of his offense. But when his offense isn't there, then what value does he provide on the floor? For me, I don't want to drink the Kool-Aid. But OKC looking nice.
Drink that Kool-Aid, nigga.
OKC look nice, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like, SGA is out on a mission as well in that conference.
How they look last night?
They ain't look good, but it's an 82-game season. You know what I'm saying?
That's 82 games.
It is. I mean, them boys, they didn't look the best as of late, but from what understanding, like, they're 11-4. It's not like they're playing below standards. They're still in prime position to get to a number 1 seed in the Western Conference. I mean, they control their own destiny, in my opinion, but for the most part, with the amount of versatility they're getting, the leap that Chet has been making, J-Dub, just everybody, that whole roster, and they're doing this without being at full strength. Mm-hmm. So imagine what they look like when they actually get Hartenstein in that mix.
Yeah.
Like, and Caruso's a demon on that defensive side of the floor too. So I got OKC. It might be the leprechauns versus the sound that lightning make.
Coming out the Eastern Conference, man, hey, Celtics. And hey, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You know what I'm saying? They've been playing insane. Like, they've been playing crazy. Like, unrealistic, bro. Like, Charles making
a word to say.
Charles literally just gave, damn, you fucking up the tape.
Spectacular.
You fucking up the tape. Stop.
I'm staying.
Nigga, that's out the fucking book. That's vocabulary. Come on.
Hey, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Nah, but like Charles just gave y'all like a crazy stat, literally. So I gotta go the Celtics, man. They literally look like that fake ass NBA team. Like not NBA.
That's a my team.
Crazy. That's a my team.
Oh my
like,
god.
That shit crazy, bro. Like them boys look real nice, but out of that West, I don't know. Like yeah, Golden State they look nice, but I don't trust it, bro. And this ain't even biased, but I gotta go to Thunder, bro. Like. And we not even, bro, we ain't even got the full team, fool. Like, we lost our two bigs. Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Like, let's be real. SGA the tallest nigga in that lineup. Come on, let's be. That mean we ain't got no. Come on, bro. Why you think we look so bad against San Antonio?
I don't know, shoot. You tell me.
Come on, bro. Like, we ain't.
What they say?
We just.
The Warriors been doing this. Ain't no excuse. Y'all got bigs on their roster that y'all can put in them lineups. Y'all can decide not to put.
Did you not just hear me say SGA is the tallest nigga?
Okay. I'm supposed to feel bad that NBA team don't got a guy over 6'6" in the lineup and they got guys taller on the bench? Like, that's a coaching thing. That's not
bigs. Let's not play on the coach because he's been doing his thing.
I trust Dagnall though.
Like
I trust Dagnall.
Tyler changes his take on the Thunder every time. I promise you. Like
he had like I said they weren't contenders.
I know I'm fucking with you. Nah, but yeah, I'm gonna say OKC. But if not OKC, the Lakers. They sneaky. They sneaky.
Sneaky is an overstatement, but I mean they looking good. I give them props. They looking good.
Come on.
He been like that. He
ain't been playing, but he ain't been playing like that.
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna say
he ain't been with him.
Yeah, AD always been like that. But,
Yeah.
But moving back on to the NFL, man. Hey, the Bengals. What are the Bengals playoff hopes, man? Like, what are y'all thinking? You think they can come back?
That's really my second favorite team in the league. Obviously, my only team is the Texans, but I enjoy watching the Texans.
Let me take this away from you.
I ain't tripping. That's a Tennessee Titan fan right there, man. Tennessee, today he died. He didn't bring his Oilers because he didn't want to cause any ruckus, but he's a Titans fan.
I'm not even going to entertain that BS.
I mean, it's a shame to be wasting such a historic performance by Joe Burrow, man. Over 3,000 yards, number one in the NFL. 27 passing touchdowns, number one in the NFL, and 4 interceptions. I mean, Joe Burrow playing his ass off, and the defense just cannot perform. You can't go into that AFC gauntlet with that level of defense and expect to get anywhere. It's already bad enough he dealing with bad O-line play. Mm-hmm. He been dealing with that pretty much his whole career. They done drafted guys, they done got guys in free agency. They doing everything in their power to keep this man clean. And the guys that come to Cincinnati and forget how to block. So Joe Burrow already dealing with that. But now on top of that, you're putting now your defense can get a single fucking stop. Not just a stop. They can't get a single fucking stop. Mm-hmm. Like, you know how annoying that is? Like, imagine you're playing Madden and you go down there and I go put 7 on your ass. I'm like, hi, fucker, you suck. And then they come down in 2 plays and they say, hi. Right back at your whole ass. Fucker. That's 2 back on you. And it's just like, well, goddamn, there's only so much in an NFL game I can go back and forth with the opponent before my suck-ass O-line not going to give me enough time. We're going to have to punt the ball, and now we're in the hole. We're in a disadvantage. Not have to be Superman every time. They have the Triple Crown winner, Jamar Chase. I mean, he's going to be the Triple Crown winner. I mean, the usage that he's getting, I mean, I was going to subtract because of the addition of T. Higgins, which, by the way, this is their last year, and they basically wasted it for nothing. Yeah. T. Higgins in the bag. T. Higgins proved, like, he's good enough to be a 1A receiver.
Chugging up them deuces.
So, it's sad that you wasted Hendrickson last year, and He's obviously leading the league in sacks. I mean, if it was Aiden Hutchinson back, obviously the league would be just wide, extremely wide. But he's out. Is what it is. They got a top tier pass rusher. They're losing for nothing. They got T Higgins losing for nothing, and then you're gonna have Jamar Chase that realistically gonna get $40 million per year because y'all willing to wait, play hardball. You let Jettas and you let CD reset the market without paying them. Now you're gonna pay the ultimate price, your goddamn cheesesteak, and you're gonna pay that $40 million to them guys. And you know what? These niggas finna be in the top 15 in draft picking because they're not making no playoffs, man. They still got Pittsburgh twice.
Yes.
Pittsburgh twice. Lord have mercy. They have to win out in order to make the playoff. I just can't see it. Man, they're gonna waste another year of Joe Burrow, elite quarterback play, and on top of that, you know how bad that offensive line is. So Joe Burrow injuries, you can say he injury prone this, injury prone that, but damn. It's only so much a man can take. I mean, he leads the league in quarterback hits. And he's giving you this level of production, man. Number one in yard, number one in touchdown, not only 4 interceptions on the year. Jamar Chase is already in 1,000 yards. He's going to be the Triple Crown winner this year if he keep up his touchdown rate. But it's all going to be for nothing because the defense can't stop me, you, and Omari together.
It's crazy.
Oh, shit.
It's crazy.
They can't stop nobody, man. I mean, the defense will continuously play them out of games. Joe Burrow always has to be Superman. And unfortunately, everybody can't be Superman every single time. It's not realistic. So, I don't see a realistic chance that the Bengals make the playoffs. It's going to be sad. They're going to get a high draft pick.
I think I echo everything you say. They got a 0% chance. I mean, they're wasting basically the best year they've gotten from Joe Burrow. The best year that they've gotten from Jamar Chase. I mean, this man, if it wasn't for their losing record, this man Joe Burrow would be the league leader in MVP voting. Like that's how great of a quarterback season that he's having. Jamar Chase on the way of winning Triple Crown. You got Trey Hendrickson leading the league in sacks. Like for as terrible as that defense is, you can't blame it on him because he's getting pressure. But the offense can't save the day every single time. The defense can't stop a nosebleed. And it's insane because it's not that I don't believe that the Bengals can't go to the playoffs off of the sheer fact of like, oh, they're in this bad position. They have a quarterback capable of putting on that cape and taking them over the hump. But the problem is their offense is like very, very, very dependent on a lot of things. Not their offense, but their defense is dependent on a lot of things. And those things are not going to realistically happen. They already lost to the Ravens. They've been swept by them. They still got 2 games against the Steelers, who are great. That's a great team. And for them, they have to win out. They're not going to. And that's just as simple as that. They're not going to be playoff contenders. They're not going to be playoff anything. They're just going on to 2025.
Jesse, I'm gonna still do this one.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was still gonna do this topic. But nah, with the Bengals, I don't think there's no realistic chance of them going to the playoffs at all, bro. Like Joe Burrow having a legendary year, man. He's having an outstanding year. Jamar Chase putting up the numbers, going crazy. Like the offense has been killing it, but defense, they can't stop the fly. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Can't stop fly.
As simple as it is.
They can't though, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie, defense, they best defensive player is Trey Hendrickson, bro. Like Mike Hilton, he'll get it done here and there. Geno Stone, he'll come through there and, you know what I'm saying, do a little something. Taylor, what's his name? Cam Taylor-Britt will come out there and do a little something, you know. But those guys I just named, that's really it. Everybody else is kind of like, where you at? You know what I'm saying? So like, nah, I ain't got the Bengals going to the playoffs at all, man. Especially with the games they got coming up next. They can beat 3 people, though. They could beat the Cowboys. They could be, who else they got? They got the Browns, and they got somebody else they playing too. That's not good. I can't remember, but they can win the Titans. They can beat. Ooh.
They lost to the Patriots, so we can't hold that to them. So
I don't know, cause Will he low key been playing a little good, but I don't know. But they can win those 3 games for sure. But on to the next topic, man. We got TCal's top 5, and I'm gonna let them name them.
Man, we're going to start off at number 5, man. Short, sweet, to the point. I got to put the Baltimore Ravens, man. Despite them losing to the Pittsburgh Steelers, Pittsburgh's a legitimate powerhouse in the AFC. They play the most rugged style of football, physical defense, hard-nosed offense. Ravens, man, it's hard. I don't know how to really just... Because it's like you have Lamar Jackson. He's your MVP, right? But your strength is more running the football, giving it to your running back. And it's like a part of me makes me feel like Lamar Jackson just does not want to run the football. Like, he's trying to prove everybody he's a quarterback. He needs to throw the football more. But in reality, that's what separated him from becoming an okay quarterback to he realistically going to be an all-time great. Simply off of accolades alone. Mm-hmm. 2 MVPs. You're on your way. But I'm not a believer. I'm not a believer in the Ravens as of yet. But I don't see 6 out of 500 teams better than the Ravens right now to put them at the 5 spot. At my number 4, I got the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City has been looking rough all year long, and they finally caught up with them this week with Buffalo take care of business. Buffalo did what a couple of teams should have been done, a.k.a. Baltimore, a.k.a. Denver, a.k.a. really the Raiders. There's a lot of teams that had a crack at Kansas City.
Hell, even the Chargers.
For sure. Yeah. So there's really no disrespect. No disrespect to the Chiefs because I know how good you can become towards the back end of December, January, and especially February. I don't want to speak it to the distance. But Patrick Mahomes, man, this bad quarterback play cannot be ignored no longer, man. You have to play better. I know your situation isn't peaches and cream, but newsflash, buddy. Everybody's situation ain't peaches and cream. You have C.J. Sharp running for his life. You got Joe Burrow putting up legendary numbers, and defense can't stop a nosebleed. So it's like, okay, yo, there's no excuses for why Patrick Mahomes can't be successful. You have your top pass catcher. You acquired DeAndre Hopkins. There's no excuse. You have a top-tier defense. You have to get it done. Flat, line, bottom, fucking whatever, nigga, get it done. Number 3. My number 3 team is the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. The Pittsburgh Steelers 8-2 record, man. Ever since they made the switch to Russell Wilson, man, undefeated. Defense, phenomenal. Defense, it might be the best in the league. Quarterback play, supremely upgraded over Justin Fields, man. You can't. I've been told y'all. What did I tell y'all before? You can't win with that style of play with a running quarterback. So what they do, they went to the guy that's going to throw it up to playmaker and give them a chance. Pittsburgh, I give them a chance against anybody in the playoffs because of the style of football they play. Dangerous team, nobody wants to see them. At my number 2 spot, man, I have the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo came off an electric win against Kansas City, gave the world what we wanted to see, which was the Kansas City Laws, the black magic, the black cat that's been rolling around every other team because they were undefeated in 2024. They haven't lost a game in 2024 going into last year, but it finally stopped now. Their streak of holding people under 28 stopped then because Buffalo put up 30, thank the Lord. All Kansas City bandwagoners, a.k.a. Caleb Cheers. I can't wait to be seeing you really soon.
AKA the whole, everybody on Instagram, honestly.
Hey, yeah. All I can say is, man, your time was coming. And I'm not going to speak nothing to existence because Mahomes, just like that, he can pull out the red carpet and get five-star players on his next opposing playoff teams. He about to play hurt. We seen what happened to Drake Greenlaw. He ran out on the field and tore his shit. Yeah. So Mahomes has some type of black magic going on up in here, man. And Josh Allen just so happened to be his kryptonite in the regular season. Postseason, a whole different story. But number 1, I think it's without a doubt, man. We can all say at the same time, 3, 2, 1.
Detroit.
Lions, man. Lions. Elite. Offense, elite on all calibers, all stages. Jahmyr Gibbs, DJ Montgomery, Jamison Williams, Sam Laporta, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Jared Goff is the leader at him, and then you have all pros all over that line, the best O-line in the league, most explosive, most creative, most efficient. most disciplined line, and most nastiest line. I mean, I don't know any better ways I can say that that's a great football team. Defense plays physical. They lost their best pass rusher, and Aiden Hutchinson. He was going to be Defensive Player of the Year. They lost him, and that defense still ain't missed a beat.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that is just an elite front all around. I think Detroit is the best team in the NFL. I think Detroit will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. I'm not just speaking, prematurely. I think that Detroit is a real deal powerhouse, and I feel like Detroit, they have the chance not to lose another game. They have no more outside games. So every game they're playing from here to the end is in the dome. So.
Okay.
So number 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I have 1 Detroit, 2 Buffalo, 3 Pittsburgh, 4 Kansas City, 5 Baltimore. What's your thoughts?
You don't think you could put the Eagles on there?
Yeah. Like replace them
I didn't
with.
put the Eagles on there?
You had them off. You replaced them with Baltimore. Pass me that, man.
I ain't gonna lie.
No. Yeah. Got to, bro. Got to.
Damn, nah. Eagles supposed to be by 5. That was my mistake. 5 was supposed to be the Eagles.
I will say this: another team that could be vying for that 5 spot would be Minnesota.
Yeah, for sure. But I would give it to Philly. That was my mistake, Philly fans. Philly, I'm sorry. You're supposed to be 5.
I hate that it took the Chiefs losing for you to realize that Detroit was the best team. Because I've been saying it for like a month.
I ain't tripping. All I know is that Kansas City ain't us the best team in February, and I'm not even a Kansas City fan. So it would have been premature of me not giving them the proper respect, despite how they were playing, until they took that first loss and the fashion that they did. They still look bad. So I think me not having them at 2 was more like I'm not being foolish and disrespecting the Chiefs like everybody else would.
I think me personally, I would put them at like 3, replacing them with the Steelers, put the Steelers at 4. Only just off of, not necessarily, like, I don't trust the Steelers.
I'm trying to tell you, put over there.
You good.
I know you can't catch it.
I would give the Chiefs the benefit of the doubt over Pittsburgh just off a standpoint of history alone. But everything else outside of Ravens at 5, you ain't got no problems with me. Bills look like the best team in the AFC in my opinion, but we'll see what happens in January. And then the Lions, out of all the names that you mentioned, I mean, that's just realistically probably only half of the players that have made a realistic huge impact on that team. Kirby Joseph, Brian Branch. I mean, they just picked up Zadarius Smith, you know what I'm saying, to replace Aiden Hutchinson on that line, Jack Campbell on that linebacker spot. I mean, they are loaded. And Ben Johnson, he gonna get a call for a head coaching job for sure at the end of the season. If he wasn't able to get one out for last year, when this year he looks even better, oh yeah, it's his for sure. But yeah, outside of that, I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah, my list, I just didn't have Pittsburgh on there. I mean, I'm gonna start from 5. I had the Ravens, then I had the Chiefs at 4, I had the Bills, and then I had the Eagles at 2, and the Lions at 1.
Okay.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Pittsburgh is pretty damn good, but I don't think they're just
Wait, you had the Ravens on there?
at 5.
They just beat the Ravens.
Yeah, true. But
What? But how? But all I'm saying is if they
It's
beat
just
them head to head,
okay.
how they better?
yeah, I mean, okay.
And they
Okay,
kicked 6
you
field
got
goals. They didn't get in the end zone. So
Yeah,
it's
that's what I'm saying. I'm just
that makes it even
It's
worse.
just not aesthetically pleasing, probably.
yeah, I think
I could see that.
Yeah.
Trust me, the Ravens play, man, that's not aesthetically pleasing.
That's because you just
like.
like chunking it up and just.
I ain't gonna say chugging it up, but damn, who the hell was watching you run the air out of a nigga's soul?
That's what. To be fair, that's what the NFL been for forever until the quarterback play improved.
Yeah, and that's what bringing them butts in them seats, the quarterbacks. You don't see all them with running back jerseys on unless they superstars.
I mean,
Hey, Derrick Henry is a superstar.
I mean, yeah, Pittsburgh. Okay, how about this? It's between that 5 spot, yeah, Pittsburgh and the Ravens, but Chiefs 4, they already done explained that case. Yeah, 3 the Bills. Shout out to them beating the Chiefs, and then the Eagles. They've been playing some good football this year, man. Come on now. And then the Lions, Come on, you ain't even gotta talk about that best team in the league right now. Come on.
Eagles at 2 is interesting.
Right.
That's interesting.
Okay.
Bless you.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not mad at it. I ain't expect that.
but yeah.
Okay.
But on to the next topic, man. We moving to that college football. Buffalo, Coach Prime. Do y'all think there is a realistic chance that Coach Prime leaves this year?
Absolutely.
He said he's not gonna do it though.
I mean, how many times did he say? He said he wasn't gonna leave Jackson State, and all of a sudden he left Jackson State for Colorado. And I'm not the guy to sit there and I ain't crucifying him and saying he was a bad guy. I'm not even saying that, but I'm saying you can't ever trust a man on his word, especially when it comes down to that money.
But it's the Big Ten versus the SWAC. I think Coach Prime.
I'll
Come on,
right there. It's the Big 12, but
Big 12, my fault.
it's the Big 12, but. I mean, at the end of the day, the Cowboys are bad. I'm saying that the Cowboys realistically offer him that job and they have a chance to get that number 1 pick. And that just sounds so ridiculous.
That's
I don't want to go out there on a limb right now and say that that's really ridiculous. They just signed Dak to $60 million a year. I mean, that's ridiculous. But if there's any case, any way that they can make it happen, I wouldn't be surprised if they can actually draft Shador, even though that's something that's highly unrealistic. Highly unrealistic. I want everybody to sit here and listen to me clearly. It's highly unrealistic. But I promise you, it's nothing like family that's going to make a man leave. Colorado is lovely. Colorado job security is way more. He has way more job security in collegiate sports than he does in professional. You have way more respect from the players in collegiate sports than you would professional. You can't tell professionals what to wear, how to act. You could try to tell them, but shit, majority of them make more bread than you. So shit, the star quarterback he make more money than half the 3/4 of the building. Yeah. So yeah. I feel like at Colorado, he has 100% control. I mean, you see how he changes. The prime effect is real. I mean, Colorado is 3/4 of America's fan base right now. They didn't start watching Colorado football until Deion Sanders got there. If he wasn't a fan back in the early 2000s when they had what's the Bieniemy?
Eric Bieniemy?
Yeah. So I would say he has a slim chance of leaving Colorado. Perfect world scenario has to be son get drafted. Son gets drafted to the team, and that's why I said it's a very unrealistic chance. But if Shador can find his way to slither on those Cowboys, or the Cowboys don't win another game, get that number 1 spot, I feel like they can make some shape. I'm not gonna rule that out the possibility. Travis and Shador and Shiloh leaving is 100% a chance for me.
Is it possible? Yeah. Is it possible for me to fly with no wings and not in a plane? Yeah. But is it probable? No. The thing with Colorado is that it's not only the job security, it's the control he has. He's not going to have that level of control on any NFL roster, let alone Dallas. I mean, we've seen how Jerry Jones has manipulated and kind of controlled to the likes of a puppet, Mike McCarthy, and how he's basically had him be the scapegoat of so many different things. Jerry Jones is the star of that franchise, America's team. Deion Sanders is the star everywhere that he goes. But do you think that he's going to take the mantle from Jerry Jones? I don't think so. Also, picture perfect scenario is possible, but it's just not simply realistic. I mean, they're not getting Shador Sanders after signing a dude to the largest contract extension in NFL history when it hasn't even kicked in yet. Like, that's the scary thing. Like, they're not doing that. For them to do that, then they have to admit to rebuild mode. And rebuild mode means that you're going to lose a lot of fans and interest from the people that are attending your games. And that's something that Jerry Jones does not want to do. No matter how relatively good in the regular season or how mediocre they get in the playoffs they are entertaining to the masses. And that's not something that they want to have, is to admit a rebuild. Also, if they were to get Travis Hunter, do they need corners?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess it's depending on who you ask. Hey, I feel it, but they also got injuries with Bland too. So I want to give them their respect. And then do they need receiver?
Yes.
Probably, yeah. But he wouldn't.
He can ask these questions like yes.
But it's not like they need a receiver one. Because they got that in CD Lamb already. No matter how you view him, whether he's a slot, an X, whatever you want to call him, he is one of the best receivers in the NFL. And I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah.
So it doesn't seem like that's going to be highly likely. I'm pretty sure y'all know y'all's feelings on Shiloh. And it's no disrespect. It's just, it's not happening. And then it is a picture perfect scenario because that is where Deion is from, the Texas area, the Dallas area, for sure. But the amount of control he would have to relinquish, the inability for him to kind of motivate and teach players the way that he would on the college level. I mean, he's not going to get NFL guys ready and fired up the same way he'll get the people our age or younger. So, like, it could happen, but Deion's not leaving Boulder. If he's going to the NFL, it damn sure wouldn't be Dallas.
I feel like Deion, he's going to stay in that college, and with the college football. You know what I'm saying? Like, in college, he was regarded as Coach Prime. He goes to the NFL, that boy going to be Deion and Coach Sanders.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Right. So, like, I feel like college is where it's at. I feel like he can easily, like, motivate those players and, you know what I'm saying, convince them to come. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's Deion Sanders, you feel me? So, like, everybody, that's who everybody looked up to. That's one of the few people you looked up to. If you played football, you looked up to Deion Sanders. You wanted to be like Deion Sanders when you was growing up, you feel me? So, especially, like, playing corner and stuff like that. So, I feel like he has, like, that power in college football, you know what I'm saying, to where, like, he can persuade, oh, hey, come here, like, you know what I'm saying, come to Boulder. Other than, you know, NFL, like, because you don't have, especially if you go to, like, to the Cowboys or something like that, like, it literally has to be picture perfect scenario, you know what I'm saying? But if he was to go to, say for instance, he was supposed to go to, he goes to the Cowboys. It ain't, I don't see it. Especially with Jerry Jones at the helm. I can't see Deion. I don't even see them getting along. Like, I really don't. You know what I'm saying? Especially with, like, what's going on with, like, Mike McCarthy. But I can see Deion staying in college football where he is going to flourish like he is now.
All right, now quick switch of gears, man. Let's go ahead and let's get into this NFL Week 12 prediction, Lightning Bolt edition, 2-minute edition. Let's start out with Pittsburgh against the Browns. Thursday Night Football, who we got quick?
Pittsburgh, not even close.
All right, next 12 p.m. game in Houston, Texas. I got my Houston Texans against Charles, Tennessee Titans. Who we got?
Texas.
Don't even need to say nothing, man.
That's not your team.
Oh, nah.
Look at people trying to hop on the bandwagon. It's okay. I got the Houston Texans. Next, we got Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus New York Jets. Who you got?
Bucks. Let's be Pirates.
Okay, we got the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Carolina Panthers. Who do we got?
Chiefs.
Roar.
Oh my God! Next we got Charles and Omari's Dallas Cowboys versus Washington Commanders. Who y'all got?
Who?
The Commanders.
Commanders?
I got the Washington Commanders. Next we got the New England Patriots versus the Miami Dolphins. Who do we got?
Patriots.
I got the Dolphins. They got something to play for.
I got the Patriots. I feel like Drake May getting better and better by the week.
Drake May better cook them niggas. Come on.
Next we got the Detroit Lions versus the Indianapolis Colts. Who do we got?
Detroit.
I got the Colts, man. I got the Colts, and this is my upset pick of the week. I feel like Detroit can't win every game. It's gonna be a shocker. I mean, just know.
You heard it live.
November 20th.
podcast.
November 20th, 2024. TCal predicted the upset of the week. I need my respect when it happens on Monday. Please and thank you very much.
Roar.
We got the Minnesota Vikings versus the Chicago Bears. Who we got?
I got the Vikings.
Vikings for sure.
What they do? Skull.
I got the Vikings as well. Next, we got the Denver Broncos versus Las Vegas Raiders.
Broncos.
I never was good as a gambler, so I'm not picking Vegas. Let's go. Hey, let's go Denver, man.
Hey, He make his daily donation every Thursday. Thursday, Sunday, Monday. I got the Broncos. Next, 49 versus the Green Bay Packers. Who we got?
Damn.
I got the Green Bay Packers in a nail biter. It's not gonna be a blowout, but I got Green Bay.
Run this. Show me something.
I think I got San Fran.
I'm gonna go.
They got some. They more desperate. I got San Fran.
Next, we got the Arizona Cardinals versus the Seattle Supersonics. Nah, I'm playing. Seahawks.
Are they playing in Seattle or Arizona?
Seahawks.
Oh hell, yeah, Seattle.
Let's go, Kyler. Let's go, Birds. Let's fly.
Seattle. Gonna lock his ass up.
I'll probably go Arizona. Next, we got Sunday Night Football. We got the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Los Angeles Rams. Who do we have? The game is played in Los Angeles. Sunday Night Football.
You know what?
Fuck, never mind. Let me check that back.
Let's go. I want to say fly, Eagles fly.
Let's go.
But
Rams.
tonight, or Sunday night, cry, Eagles cry.
I'm rocking with the Rams on that. Yeah.
I'm going with Philly, man.
It's gonna be a close game.
I'll think it out with Philly, man. And for the last game, Monday night, man, we got the goddamn Philly. We got the Baltimore Ravens versus the Los Angeles Chargers. Who are y'all?
Hold on, before we say it, let's just get it ready.
I wasn't even gonna say nothing.
I know who you gonna say.
I got the
Wait, who I'm gonna say?
Yeah, we all know that.
Goddamn, Baltimore
I want Chargers for those.
Ravens.
If they can't beat us, hey. I told y'all already. Hey, I told y'all.
Hey. Let's go Ravens,
What you
man.
got, man?
Man, I said the Ravens, but I want us for the upset.
And
This is a Chargers fan.
I'm supposed to be the loser one?
God damn.
Supposed to be the loser one?
Till the wheels fall off.
God damn.
Crazy. That's like the Texans beating the Lions. The fuck? Did y'all do it? Come on now.
All right, we gonna remember that. Hey, we gonna remember that
Remember it.
for sure.
Take a picture. Write it down.
But hey, man, that's the end of the very first full in-person episode of Check the Stats podcast, man. Finally here, finally in this moment. What y'all got to say for this moment, man?
Man, first off, thank you for everybody who made it to the end of the video, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Make sure y'all support the reels, the shorts. We have a lot of new stuff coming out. This is just the beginning, man. I mean, it's been a grind since 2023 of last year. I mean,
November.
Oh man,
this is only the beginning of the journey. But I'm so grateful to do it with my guys, man. These are day ones. These are guys before all the extra stuff. These ain't guys that came around, knew this pre-K, daycare, met them 9th grade family. I mean, extremely grateful for doing it with the people I'm closest with, man. I mean, success is on the up and up. Keep God first, man. Keep grinding. We gonna make it to the top, man. I believe in it. I mean, it's an unbelievable experience. I mean, actually achieving the dreams. I mean,
yeah.
Mara, you remember the first time, man. But it's a lot more to come. It is a lot more to come. This is only the beginning, man. November 20 to 2024, official first episode of Check the Set podcast, man.
Big shout out to
In person.
Oh yeah,
In person.
In
Not
person.
online. We ain't on them cameras, them laptop cameras. We right here.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
we got the camera. That way y'all can actually see it and take a picture of it since it'll last longer. But shout out to Big Jess. Want to give him a big shout out for sure.
for sure.
And hey man, you already know what the next few words finna be. If you need them facts, come check them stats. We out.